Hi, it's Jerry Cates. Hey, and welcome to day 14th, day 14 of 90 for my sprint. So thank you for tuning in and supporting me on this journey. I hope to be an inspiration for you on this sprint. Getting up every day and looking at my dreams and my goals and charging forward and giving myself rest along the way. So I've opened up a series yesterday, and this is from the Identity Matrix from Claire Zamick's book, Transformation Matrix. And so these are there are 21 false identities, and we're going to go through all 21. Not tonight, but we're going to go through all 21 one day after the other. And so last night was I'm invisible, if you want to go back and watch that one. And this one's I'm not enough. Now, the three most common of the 21, I'm not enough, I'm invisible, and I'm alone. We all, when we have this this disconnection, because that's what these are, these false identities or disconnection from your true self. When we have this disconnection, we don't get to live to our full potential, right? But what do I want to say? I want to say that those are the most common. You're going to find there's a whole list of others. I'm not lovable. You think if somebody's walking around with the idea that they're not lovable, that they might have trouble finding love, right? So it's what we're telling ourselves, our lived experience. I want to give you some ideas of what it looks like first. All right, this is the I'm not enough. And also understand when I'm not enough, I'm over giving to others and I'm not good at receiving. And so I'm always depleting myself. If that's you, raise your hand, right? So over giving, and I'm not really, I'm really in this space of over giving. I'm not really meeting their needs. And we'll get to that. Here's the it's the belief that, like, imagine yourself every day, every single day, juggling work, family, relationships, co-workers, business, all the things you can do, and you still feel like you're not enough, right? This belief can lead to significant emotional and physical pain, right? Some real pain, overwhelm, constantly feeling burdened by too many responsibilities, leading to chronic stress and burnout. And why do we have too many responsibilities? Because when I'm not enough, I'm over giving and over committing. So if you see that in yourself, you see what I'm talking about? And self-sacrifice, prioritizing other people's needs over your own, leaving little room for self-care. I'm focused on everyone else. Perfectionism, how about that one? Setting impossible standards for yourself and feeling perpetual dissatisfaction because you never meet them. It's a setup for failure. I want to remind us that we want to give ourselves permission to be brilliant and imperfect at the same time. And that comes in really handy when you're dealing with perfectionism, right? Brilliant and imperfect at the same time. The other hidden pain is self-doubt. So if you're continually questioning your worth and your abilities, it leads to hesitation and missed opportunities. Would you agree with that? You're not on point, right? We're in doubt. So we're afraid to take action. So I loved what Claire said in the book. Now, all of my clients who take my 12 weeks to transformation, we work out of this book so we can identify those false identities and those patterns and complete them. That is completing the past. And because in this, you identify your skills, and you've already developed skills. Overgiving, you're very in tune to other people's needs. You can turn that toward yourself. So you already have the skills. It's just a matter of tweaking them a little so that you're feeding others from your overflow rather than depleting yourself. But what's the key mechanism here? chronically self-sacrificing to serve others without being related to their true needs, thereby not creating value to others in spite of overgiving. So I'm overgiving, but I'm not really focused on their needs. I'm in the mode of overgiving, and I'm giving from this disconnected place. Can you feel that? Right? And so, I wonder why I'm so depleted, why there's self-doubt, why there's overwhelm. So one of the, her example in here is, imagine Cinderella serving the wicked stepsisters and who are never satisfied with her work. That's the I'm not enough mindset, or false identity. I'm not enough. So what are the main indicators? Often other-directed, always focused on others, and chronically self-sacrificing. They feel like they have more to do than others to get the same amount of success and recognition. They have set themselves up, I got to do more, I got to do more. Feel they never have enough time, money, or love. There's never enough, never enough. Well, and burdened by too many responsibilities and overcommitted. So I was 19, no, I think I was 18. I moved to LA. I lived in San Francisco Bay Area. I grew up there, but I moved to LA, and I was working at a department store, and this lady named Chris, she was a friend of mine, and she was about 8 or 9 years older, and she was very wise. I would sew back then. I would sew and make, garments for work. And one of my coworkers would say, oh, wow, that's so cute. I want you to make me one. I'd say, yeah, I made it. Oh, I want you to make me one. And I'd always say yes. This young 18-year-old girl was just there to please everybody, because I came out of a childhood of some abuse and trying to keep that abuser happy, right? I learned how to people please. Anyway, I said yes again one day. And Chris, after the person left, Chris said something like, why do you always say yes? You couldn't possibly fill the needs to all the time that you say yes. And I'm in my 60s now, and I remember that conversation. And it was that over giving, right? It was just wanting to please. So if that's in you, if you're noticing that you don't take care of yourself as well as you take care of others, then we should talk. Right? Because you're depleting yourself, and there's no joy on the other end of depletion, right? Okay, so main indicators. The thing is, let's see if I can. You start to get limiting beliefs like I'm an imposter, I don't know enough, I don't have enough, others don't value me. But do you see how we set it up? I'm giving, and I'm not giving what people want. I'm just over giving. I'm not feeling that, that value, right? I'm not allowing people to come and value me anyway. My thing was, if somebody said compliment, I would deflect it. Do you do that? Somebody says something nice to you, and oh no, like I made a garment. I remember somebody saying something nice to me about how beautiful it was, and I said, oh, I had so much trouble with it though. Deflecting it. So if you do that, I'm not enough. I'm not enough. You're more than enough. The deeper truth is, my very existence in and of itself is more than enough. Right? That's the deeper truth. How would you like to live in that truth? So the key shift is disconnection from scarcity and lack. So that giving, that overgiving, is from a place of scarcity and lack. That's why it's not filling their needs. You see what I'm saying? It's not being valued, because we're not giving them what they really need. Yeah, so when it's related to their true needs, there's more connection, right? There's, deeper connection. So let me make sure I told you everything I wanted to tell you. This book is really cool. It's really cool. Let's see if there's something else I want to share. So the other thing is, so there's the indicators, and then and then you notice that others often feel that no matter how much they do for you, or their love or show their love and support, it's never quite enough. So these are the reactions you're getting from others. Others don't trust them to keep their word on what they say they're going to do. And how hard is it to keep your word when you're always saying yes to everything? It's freaking hard. I remember. So being discerning about what you commit to. And here's a little side note. So if you're always saying yes, go practice saying no in the mirror. Go practice saying no, and don't practice it with giving an excuse. No excuses. You don't have to give excuses. No, that doesn't work for me. Or you can go, when somebody asks you to do something and you always say yes, you tell them, you know what? I need to get back on you let me get back to you on that. Let me get back to you on that. And then you got to go get back to them. And you go practice in the mirror, no. And, make some time and go get back to them and say, I thought about it and it doesn't work for me. Period. In the first few times, it's going to be so uncomfortable. And it's like building a new muscle. Once you do it and you get on the other you get through the scariness of it and you get on the other side, you realize that people start to respect your boundaries. People start to, now I'm going to be honest, they're not going to like it. If you've been doing for someone and they're going to expect you to do it, they may not like it very much because you had kind of a contract going on there. Can you see that? And it's an unwritten contract that I'm always going to do for you, always going to do for you. And now when you want to change it, you broke the contract. They don't know how to behave. We're going to show them how to behave by being calm and maybe giving them some ideas on other ways to address it, or finding out what it is they really need. But you don't always have to say yes. And that's really if you get a nugget from this, take that nugget and go practice that skill of saying no. No, that doesn't work for me, or no, that's not going to work for me. Really, that's it. You don't need to give them any more. All right, so where are we at? Am I talking too long? How are we doing? Hey, put yes in the chat if this is ringing, resonating with you, yeah? Hi, Sarah and Marianne and Jean Marie and Martha. Hello. Okay, so we're talking about the hidden pain of I'm not enough and how it shows up where we're overgiving, and we're actually overgiving to the point where we're really not feeling the needs that people want met, so we're really not giving them value. So what about if we start feeling our own needs first? Catherine Woodward Thomas said on a recording, she wrote that book, Calling in the One, but she said, give to yourselves, take care of yourselves well enough so that you can take care of others from your overflow. Now take that in a moment. Can you imagine what a powerful and empowering place you could come from if you're taking care of others from your overflow? There's another nugget. Take care of yourself well enough so that you can take care of others from your overflow. And Lisa Nichols, she's a motivational speaker. She says, I want to feed others from my saucer, not from my cup. She wants it overflowing. So this part about I'm not enough, we shift that by shifting all that energy, all that love, all that compassion that you have for someone else, turning it around towards yourself, right? You already have the skill. So these are the skills and capacities to cultivate so that you can have a more meaningful experience with yourself, so that you know that you're more than enough, that you know that the universe, that higher power, whatever it is, supports you and has your back. Okay, so this is fun. All right, so tomorrow I'm doing I'm Alone. Okay, aka I'm on my own. Let's just make sure we're complete with I'm not enough. Yeah, let me spend just a little more time in a couple of power statements, and then skills and capacities to cultivate. So, because we already unpacked it, now you know, oh yeah, that's that pattern, I'm not enough. So having something to your go-to will be really powerful. So here's some power statements. I have the power to create extraordinary value and satisfaction in all of my relationships. I love that. I have the power to create extraordinary value and satisfaction in all my relationships. I am deeply grateful for all I have and profoundly appreciate all that I am. Some power statements. And because this fulfills that gap for the I'm not enough, these power statements can be more powerful than affirmations because it's healing the gap, right? I'm not enough versus I'm more than enough. So it's deeper than an affirmation, a power statement, because it's connected to that disconnection you want to heal, right? Key shifts. You have the ability to be deeply present with yourself and connected to your own needs and desires. Now, last night I talked about needs and desires, and because it was about being invisible was not sharing your needs and desires with others. But first you have to be able to identify your needs and desires. And a lot of times we can't even identify what we need. Somebody asks you what you need. Or how about this one? They ask you, what do you want for your birthday? Now, a lot of us will go, oh, I don't need anything, or, oh, I don't know, right? Not even considering, well, yeah, I would like this or I would like that, not even being able to name your needs and desires. So go listen to last night, and then if you want more information on it, then let's have a conversation, okay? But let's come back to today, to I'm not enough, to turning that around, key skills and capacities to cultivate, the ability to accurately assess the true value of what you provide. In the thing to look for, if you're the kind of person who's the jack of all trades, you get really good at doing a lot of different stuff because you're always there taking care of everyone else. So we are going to shift that to I have many skills and capacities. Feel the difference? I have many skills and capacities versus jack of all trades. It's like I have offerings. I have value. Right? Okay. I love this stuff. So if you got something from that, let's see if I can see the, I can't see the comments. So I can't seem to get to the comments. I don't know what my thing is. Anyway, tomorrow we'll do the next false identity. And if you got something out of this, or if something rang true, put it in the chat. I'd love to know, what's resonating. I thought that these would be good to go through all 21 of these, because somewhere in here you're going to find yourself. And somewhere in here you're going to know that there's a key to happiness through this, right? Through the recognition of it, of the old pattern, and then creating and stepping into the new pattern. And that's what I'm all about, okay? So if you want to have a soul call, it's about a 45-minute call, and it is about solving a problem. We're going to take something that you struggle with, and you get to actually pick the focus, right? Powerful conversation, though. And then at the end, we'll talk about what it looks like to work together. I've got a couple of really cool offers coming up. So I also have hypnotherapy on sale right now until the end of the month for $111. Now it's usually $222. So if you thought about hypnotherapy to release you from some anxieties, some procrastination, self-doubt, we can go back and figure out where that started and help you reprogram your brain. We really can. What else is coming up? On Monday, the 22nd, the 23rd, and 24th, 3 days to a more confident you. and there's some powerful feminine power practices in there and some of my own to help you step into a more confident you. So when you do register, I'll put it in the first comment, because I have better distribution with Facebook if I don't put a link in the video or with the video. So I'll put it in the first comment, and be sure to join the Facebook group, because that's how you'll be able to see the replays. Okay? All right. Thank you for staying with me. Jean Marie, Mary Ann, Sarah Ann, and Sharon. So what I'm doing, and Martha, so what I'm doing is 90 days of going live. I am doing a 90-day sprint. Now, last year when I did this sprint, one of the things was I was going to work out 3 times a week at the gym in doing weight training, a complete workout, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I got through that 90 days. I did it 3 times a week. So then I did it another 90 days, and then another 90 days. So now we're at October 1st to now. So what is that? 9 months? I think it's nine and a half months. I did miss 2 weeks, and that's okay, because I'm brilliant and imperfect, because we give ourselves permission to be brilliant and imperfect. I went to Cancun, and I missed a workout that week, and the following week I think I only went once. But the idea is, when you have a sprint and you're reading your goals every day, they're close to your heart. They're right on your mind. And so that's what I do, is I have my sprint document that has my goals. Now it's Sunday, so I'm actually going through there and revising some of them. Reading through, going, yeah, I've been doing that. No, I haven't done that. But here's the other thing. I haven't played my guitar. My dad passed away in 2022. The last time I played my guitar was the night before he passed away. I played for him. And I recently picked it up because of my sprint. And it's amazing. I played it like 6 times. My fingers are getting used to it. I'm sounding better. I've been playing off and on since I was 11, but I haven't played in a long time. So what the sprint is doing is helping me shine a light on other areas of my life that are important, and then getting it in my schedule and then experiencing it. So if you want to talk about a sprint, let's get on a call. I'd love to share the idea with you. And I've got payment plans. There's really no reason you can't have and live the life of your dreams. Okay, I've talked enough. Thank you again for sticking around. Bye-bye.